Alaska to Argentina. Welcome to my journey cycling from Alaska to Argentina. After an amazing 2 months, my time in Canada was coming to a close, with just Vancouver Island left for me to ride. I took a ferry from Prince Rupert to Port Hardy through British Columbia's beautiful Inside Passage. The 15-hour journey provided incredible views, as well as the chance for wildlife viewing and one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever experienced. I arrived late into Port Hardy, and first thing the next morning I headed straight onto Vancouver Island's fantastic network of Forest Service roads.
I never understood a word they said. Kept running in the woods alone instead. Somewhere, somehow, I guess I lost it all. Try to keep it up and standing tall. Why don't you stay, stay, 'cause I could really use a friend. Stay, please stay, 'cause my heart really needs a man. Somewhere, somehow, I guess I lost it all. Stay, stay here with me. And try to make it up for my mistakes. But everywhere I turn, some hearts will break. Something, someone will end up getting hurt again. There's no need to play pretend. Why don't you stay, stay, 'cause I could really use a friend. Stay, please stay, 'cause my heart really needs a man. Somewhere, somehow, I guess I lost it all. Stay, stay here with me.
You're friendly, alright? So I've now done, I think, close to 2,500 miles. And these logging roads are by far the most fun roads I've cycled on. They're so good. I'm having a great time.
Why don't you stay, oh stay, 'cause I could really use a friend. Why don't you stay, please stay, 'cause my heart really needs a man. Somewhere, somehow, I guess I lost it all. Stay, stay here with me. Why don't you stay, oh stay, 'cause I could really use a friend. Stay, please stay, 'cause my heart really needs a man. Somewhere, somehow, I guess I lost it all. Stay, stay with me.
I sadly didn't get to see any whales, but I have ended up with some freshly caught salmon that I literally watched some guy catch about half an hour ago, and he came over and offered me some, which was really kind, so that'll be a nice treat for dinner tonight.
Doesn't get any fresher than that.
The only bummer though is that someone has stolen my Canadian flag, which is just weird because it's really dirty and kind of grim.
Clouds roll by, glittering. I never thought that you would let me. Fading like a distant call. The devil will never be welcome here at all.
So far today it's already been a really tough day of cycling. I think I've climbed over 3,000 feet in just over 30 miles. And to make things worse, about 15 miles ago I ran out of water, and every creek I've gone past since It's just been either dry or about 50 feet below the road, so I can't get to it. And it's fairly hot today. As you can see, I've got blue skies above me. And I haven't had a drink in 15 miles, and I'm currently in the middle of a 3-mile long climb. And I'm so thirsty. But the good news is, I've got about a mile left to go. And then I go back down the other side, and then there's a town called Seward, where hopefully there's a nice cold drink somewhere. And I'll be all right. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Caught in the moment of fading like a distant call. I do not remember those days at all, but I will never be here if it wasn't true. So let me be the one to hold you. Do you feel our love is
wow.
the only thing that is real? It's like a heart.
Is that elk? It is. Is that elk? Well, there's pretty much nothing going on in this town, so I guess I better carry on into the next one, because I have pretty much no food apart from this salmon, and I have no gas to cook it with. Well, I've made it to the next town, and luckily there was a shop still open, so now I'm gonna cook up that salmon I got earlier. Oh, that's good. With just a week until I needed to fly out to a wedding, and eager to see my 2 oldest friends who live in Victoria, I decided to say goodbye to the Forest Service roads and set out to get to Victoria as quick as possible. I headed straight onto the highway, which was much busier, but provided a smooth and flat way for me to smash out some serious mileage. So I've made it to my first kind of checkpoint, I guess, which is Campbell River. I've done about 40 miles, and I'm feeling pretty good. You know, my pace is pretty quick, I'm not feeling tired, so I think it's going to be a good day. Made it to Courtney now, so that's 70 miles done. It's only 3:30, got plenty more time. Got another 5.5 hours of sunlight. Let's see how far I can make it. It was the perfect day for riding, and my route took me through some beautiful coastal towns. Before I knew it, I'd cycled further than I had ever cycled before. So I've now hit the 90-mile mark, which means this is the furthest I've ever cycled in one day. And to be honest, I still feel great. So I'm gonna keep pushing, see how far I can get. So I'm at the 100-mile mark now. And honestly, my pace and my energy levels are still the same as when I started, like 12 hours ago or whenever it was. So I kind of have a decision. I can either keep cycling until the sun sets, probably got 2.5 hours left of sunlight, or the other option is I keep cycling all through the night and just go all the way until Victoria. I think I'll decide once it gets dark. Oh, I'm feeling good. Oh yes. Almost losing the sunlight. Gonna be dark soon. So the sun is pretty much set now, as you can see. It's getting pretty dark now. I've done 120 miles, and apparently I'm 91 miles away from my mate's house in Victoria. So I've got 2 options. I can either find somewhere to camp, pitch my tent, have probably the best night's sleep I've ever had, or I can keep going all through the night and get to Victoria in the morning. And if you haven't figured out which one I'm gonna do already, just stay tuned, you'll see. Soon after it turned dark, I found myself on a busy highway, reduced to a single lane by roadworks. After almost cycling into a moving steamroller and being shouted at by construction workers, I was forced to join the traffic. So right now I am cycling on a 3-lane motorway where 2 of the lanes are closed off for roadworks because they're re-tarmacking it. So I'm in a single lane trying to avoid traffic. This is not good. In the dark as well. My original route had me meandering through towns on small roads and bike paths, but with little traffic on the roads, I quickly decided the shoulder of the highway was my best option. And I'm back on the highway, but at least there's a shoulder for me to cycle on. This is the first sign I've actually seen for Victoria. It's such a different challenge now because all day I've had just perfect riding conditions, clear blue skies but not too hot. I've had beautiful views to look at and I've felt the sun beating down on my neck all day. And now all I can see is the road a few meters ahead of me and all I can feel is the cold air on my face. It's really, really challenging, but we're getting there, we're getting there. All right, it's now 2 a.m. and I've got 54 miles left, which, considering I've done over 150 miles, doesn't seem like loads, but that's an average day of cycling for me. So these lanes are now closed and they've moved us over to here because of roadworks. This is going to be sketchy again. All right, that one actually wasn't that bad, to be fair. There was a lot of space. So I'm now 31 miles away and it's 20 past 4 in the morning and I just feel like completely done. I've got some caffeine left, so that's my last kind of resort. If that doesn't get me going, I don't know what will. My last hope is 5-hour energy. Hopefully this gets me over the finish line. Oh, that's grim. With just 15 miles left, I was faced with the toughest climb of the whole journey. It's not what you want to see. As the sun began to rise, the sun is rising, and the morning traffic began to build, I put everything I had into getting up the hill. And then with just 10 miles left to go, I hit a wall. I'm so tired. I literally feel like I'm going to fall asleep on my bike. It's so hard to pedal, but I'm so close that I don't want to stop. I'm literally 10 miles away, but I feel like I just can't do it. After an hour sat on the side of the road, I thought about everything I've been through to get to this point, and somehow found the energy to keep going. So close, so close. Whoa, 200 miles, baby. Let's go. Oh, that feels good. That feels real good. Come on, 10K. And after 10 of the toughest miles I've ever cycled, I finally arrived at my friend's house. Oh. How you doing, mate? Good, mate. Oh, you too.
Do you feel our love is the only thing that is real? It's like a heart with nothing to conceal. And I